So naagihang typical section with crack and seat activities. For the grounded riprap slope protection schedule, 4 plus 950 to 5 plus 070, both sides. 6 plus 650 to 6 plus 740, both sides. 6 plus 743 to 6 plus 770, both sides. 6 plus 770 to 7 plus 238, both sides. And for the drainage schedules, we have 5, 2, 4, 6 stations. Station 5 plus 505.08. Station 5 plus 808. Station 6 plus 173.76. Station 6 plus 512.14. These stations is for removal and replacement of RCPC. And for station 6 plus 860 and 7 plus 100, installation of RCPC 1 to 20 in diameter. There will be also an extension of box culvert. Existing box culvert is a 2-barrel 3x3 RCPC, 5 meters in length. So we will extend this at the right side 4 and the left side 3.5 meters in length. So for the random cross sections, this will be the cross section in the area. And for the extension of box culvert. And for the random RCPCs. So this one, we have a cross section for we nakakonect sa kaning bridge under ADS second DEO gyapon ni, but naa siya roads diri implemented by the regional office. So ato ni siyang erase na to ang ato ang kalsada na ma-attain na to ang height sa bridge. So one yung special ng mga cross section for this width of the transition. So for the program of works, facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum. Inclusion is multi-function inkjet printer, color A3. For the general requirements, construction survey and staking 2.623 km, culvert survey and staking 122 each, project billboard signboard 4 each, occupational safety and health program 1 lump sum, traffic management 1 lump sum, MOBI and demobilization 1 lump sum. For the earthworks, 101 clearing and grubbing 3.28 hectares, individual removal of trees 150 to 300 mm diameter, small 20 each, removal of actual structures, obstruction 0.20 meter thick, PCCP and reinforced with 9,850 square meter, removal of actual structures, obstruction RCPC 1 to 20 mm, 36 linear meters, removal of structures and obstruction 20.33 cubic meter, structure excavation common soil with 410.28 cubic meter, foundation fill 44.24 cubic meter, pipe culvert and drain excavation common soil with 113.13 cubic meter, embankment from roadway structure excavation common soil with 1,620.57 cubic meter, embankment from barrow common soil with 7,460.18 cubic meter. For this sub-base and base course, aggregate sub-base course with 6,408.2 cubic meter, and for the crack and seat, 2,940 square meter. For the drainage and slow protection structures, reinforcing steel, grade 40, 6,532 kilograms. Structural concrete, 20.68 megapascal, class A, 71.63 cubic meter. Lean concrete, 2.46 cubic meter. Pipe culverts, 1 to 20 mm diameter, class 2 RCPC, 86 linear meters. Grouted riprap, class A, 1,505.82 cubic meter. And stone masonry, 64.64 cubic meter. And for the surface force, we have 3111A PCCP unreinforced, 0.15 meter thick with 7,869 square meter. 3111C1 PCCP unreinforced, 0.23 meter thick with 18,007.93 square meter. For the miscellaneous structures, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white with 656.2 square meter, and 6122 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow with 140.44 square meter. And for the minimum equipment requirement, dump truck 4 units, payloader 1, road grader 1, vibratory roller 1, water truck, total station 1, transit mixer, all model 4 units, concrete vibrator 2 units, backhoe with breaker, concrete spreader, concrete saw, bar cutter, bulldozer, set applicator machine, kneading machine, joint sealer machine, concrete mixer 1 bagger 1 unit, chainsaw, plate compactor, bar bender, cargo service truck, backhoe wheel type boom truck 1 unit. And for the quarry map, granular fill will be taken from Santa Maria Simula River then to Agusan del Sur with 38 km hauling distance. Embankment will be taken from Pandi's Mountain Quarry, Barangay Sampaguita-Veruela, Agusan del Sur, 29 kilometers. Boulders and item 200 will be taken from Santa Maria Simula River then to Agusan del Sur. Sand will be taken from San Jose Agusan River, Santa Josefa Agusan del Sur. Gravel will be taken from San Ignacio Simula River, Trento Agusan del Sur with 37 kilometers in hauling distance. Cement will be taken from SF to site, 47 kilometers, and the reinforcing steel bars will be taken from Davao City to site, 145 kilometers. Please note that gravel must be crushed pursuant to the provision of item 311 and item 703 of DPWH standard specifications as per RO memo dated April 21, 2025. And also the sand must be screened and washed. So this project is using the fully operated rental rates from the ASEL 27th edition equipment guidebook. Since San Francisco is diesel is amounting to 88.2, so wala na to na lampasan ang 90 ang yelo sa ASEL rates. So we will be using the fully operated rental rates. The labor rates, foreman is 128.8, and the skilled laborer 93.31, and the unskilled is 71.97. And that's all for the Nueva era project.
Thank you. Any questions, clarifications for this project?
To clarify regarding the removal without existing
PCCP.
PCCP, is it covered sa instruction sa regional director kagahapon ng meeting na in case na removal?
Oh, yes.
Part
of the instruction of the regional director na we will have to secure a copy, certification from the, especially this project sa local road, road ngayon at certification sa provincial road sa PEO o sa municipal engineer certification nga kini nga road ana delete na for repair beyond economical repair na rin siya. Kaya mauna i-meetingan gahapon nga kaya na i-repair ang isa ka district nga wala mo hagi sa DEO 200 kaya di ka-process. Yan, na ni kuan ni sikat sa social media, viral. Ako na kinala nga ito ang mga tao certification na before na ito na-implement niya. Kaya economical repair na rin siya nga paano mo na i-reconstruct na yun siya. Dili na pwede nga repair na lang. Reconstruction na yun ang kinangan. Na ay wapaw na pa ngayon, no?
Wala pa, before ma-award dapat na.
Produce na ito.
Ang storya na is para ma-save ka. Wala na. Para ito sir.
So the contractors, you have any questions, clarification? None. I will proceed for the next project.
Next project is entitled Rehabilitation, Reconstruction of Roads with Slips, Slope Collapse, and Landslide along Butuan City-Talacogon-Loreto-Veruela-Sta Josefa Road, kilometer 1360 plus 077 to kilometer 1360 plus 240. Target area of 4,727 square meter. Location, La Paz, Agusan del Sur. With an appropriation of 86,442,000, with an ABC of 83,416,530 pesos, calendar days to complete 600 calendar days, type of work, construction of reinforced concrete slope protection structures with steel sheet pipes, source of fund under GAA FY 2026. So the location map in La Paz. This is the location map. This is 1360 plus 077 to 1360 plus 249, and this road is going to Loreto. This one. This road is La Paz, then this road is going to Loreto. Gap na siya linya. Then we will be constructing a PCCP, and a widening and a slope protection. So we will be providing a detour for the equipment.
Nahan sa Paragangan?
Yes.
Pandayo para ito. Nagkahan mo ng putol nila. Yung upat pa nag-section ng putol nila.
Isa na siya sa mga gap.
Katong sa
This one. This is the
Mau na
total
natin.
photos.
Kasi mo ito rin nahulog ang contract.
This is the beginning. 1360 plus 077. So we will just be, the activities at the left side. Then we will touch 33 meters in length at one side. So this is the end. Total photos and the project. So for the plan and profile, this is the plan and profile of the project. Existing road, and this is the design grade line. This is the topographic plan. This is the beginning, 1360 plus 077 and 1360 plus 240. This is the slope protection. So the tour at 1360 plus 190 left side. The topographic plan of the tour, the profile, and the cross section of the temporary road for the equipment to pass. So for the construction limit, this is the gap of gravel road, lane 1 left, lane 1 right, Then we will be also have a widening of PCCP at lane 2 left, then concrete shoulder, then slope protection. So kani siya nga side, wala na siya ilabot, but natay 33 meters na himotag activity with widening lane 2 and shoulder, complete shoulder, and also slope protection. So this is the typical section of the project. We will be constructing a 3.35 lane width, a total of 6.7 for the existing gravel road, then widening of 3.35 both sides, and 2-meter shoulder, complete shoulder. For the construction limit from station 1360 plus 077 to station 1360 plus 190 left side, total length of 113 meters. We will be constructing a slope protection all throughout this length. And also the gap will be concrete and a widening and a concrete shoulder. So for construction limit at station 1360 plus 077 to station kilometer 1360 plus 110 right side, only a total length of 33 meters. Steel sheet piles 12, total length of 12 meters, furnished 12, driven 11.7 meters, also in this area. Also here, sa right side for 33 meters, then with benching, 5 horizontal and 1 vertical. Para di lang kayo tamukuha sa kanyang original ground. There will be also a concrete parapet for both sides. Then for the steel sheet piles, properties, Z-type, it must be hot row, width 820 mm, height 450 mm, thickness 11.3 and 9.3, area of 118.02 square centimeter, weight of 92.5 kilogram per meter, section modulus 2076 cubic centimeter per meter, pile length 12 meters. So another typical section from construction limit of station kilometer 1360 plus 190 to kilometer 1360 plus 240 left side, a total only of 50 meters. Cut na siya, but still a concrete ang gap which is 3.35 and a widening of 3.35, concrete shoulder of 2 meters, and a concrete line beach. So this is just a master plan. So no activity for 1360 plus 110 to 1360 plus 240 right side, designed for future funding. So these are the reinforcement. So for the cross section, this is master plan all throughout. So these are the cross section in the area. Pero kani siya mga cross section sa left side all throughout, pero sa right side up to 33 meters lang pa. So these would be the cross sections in the area. So for the last part. then the last, the end of the project. So for the program of works, so since the DOE, if this is updated POW as of May 13, 2026, and the DOE released the fuel price at La Paz amounting to a price to 83.43 per liter. So please note that since the prevailing fuel price is below 90 per liter, the fully operated rental rates based on the 27th edition of the ASEL Equipment Guidebook shall be adopted. For the program of works, Part A, facilities for the engineer, construction of field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum. 8.1.111, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment, and appliances for the field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum. Inclusion of desktop computers, specialized application use, 1 unit. Multifunction laser printer color A3, 1 unit. Other general requirements, construction survey and staking, 0.196 km. Project billboard, signboard, 4 each. Occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. Traffic management, 1 lump sum. MOBI and immobilization, 1 lump sum. For the earthworks, clearing and grubbing, 1.37 hectares. Individual removal of trees, 25 each. Removal of existing guardrails, 118 linear meters. Removal of existing guardrail posts, 31 each. Surplus common excavation with 1,804.91 cubic meter. Embankment from roadway structure excavation, 7,121.38 cubic meter. Subgrade preparation common material 1,882.42 square meter. For the sub-base and base course, item 200, aggregate sub-base course with 624.31 cubic meter. For the surface course, we have 31118 PCCP and reinforced 0.15 meter thick with 392 square meter. 3111E1 PCCP and reinforced 0.28 meter thick with 1,748.7 square meter. For the drainage and slope protection structures, structural steel sheet piles furnished 4,252 meter. Structural steel sheet pile driven 4,164 meters. Reinforcing steel grade 40 with 16,341.37 kilograms. Structural concrete 20.68 MPa with 252.76 cubic meter. Lean concrete 150.4 cubic meter. Line canal rectangular concrete 50 linear meters. Concrete slope protection 1,027.44 cubic meter. For the miscellaneous structures, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white with 74.15 square meter. 6122 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow with 7.98 square meter. For the quarry source, the embankment will be taken from Candidas Mountain Quarry, Agusan del Sur, with 42 kilometers hauling distance. Item 200, Barangay Nueva, Prosperidad, Agusan del Sur. Sand will be taken from Walo Umayan River, Barangay Walo, Loreto, Agusan del Sur. Gravel will be taken from San Ignacio, Trento, Agusan del Sur. RSB will be taken from Bunawan District, Davao City, Davao del Sur, with 181 kilometer hauling distance. Same with the steel sheet pile Z-type hot roll will be taken from Davao City, Davao del Sur, with 181 kilometer hauling distance. Please note that sand must be screened and washed, gravel must be crushed. For the minimum equipment requirement of this project, dump truck 4 units, payloader 1, backhoe 1, road grader motorized 1, vibratory roller 1, water truck 1, transit mixer, all models 4 units, bulldozer, truck mounted crane, vibro hammer, pile vibratory hydraulic driven, cargo truck, concrete vibrator, concrete squeeder, concrete saw, bar cutter, total station, concrete mixer 1 bagger, plate compactor, set applicator machine, kneading machine, joint sealer, bar bender, generator set, welding machine, cutting outfit all in one unit. And that's all for these projects.
Duha po na ito na ilang concrete blood dito.
Ah?
Kaya pag marato ito,
Oh, doon na siya. Sorry na. Doon na siya. Ako na iya. Always man.
Okay na pa siya.
okay lang.
Okay na.
Okay lang tayo pagkataas ka na.
Any other questions or suggestions?
Ako mga tanay tapuan, 90 kapin. Project ko sila.
Hearing none, let's proceed with contract ID 26NC0024. Construction improvement of access roads leading to the prayer to region destinations of Cabantao Road leading to Maanghit and Panganan Poles. Barangay, Cabantao, Rosario, Agusan del Sur.
Mga bagong roads dito. Mga bagong life.
So for the next project, we have construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Cabantao Road leading to Maanghit and Panganan Falls, Station 6 plus 851 to Station 6 plus 926, Barangay Cabantao, Rosario, Agusan del Sur. It is located at Rosario, Agusan del Sur under the category construction of bridge component or completion. Bridge for the location map. Shown here is the project site, and going to this direction is going to Rosario and for the geotag photos or actual photos on site, we have here the side of the abutment A, showing the wing wall, also the girders, and the right side of the left side of the abutment A, showing the unfinished slope protection, and also the existing reinforcement of the approach railings, the girders, and the other side view of the bridge. Shown also here is the existing bunk house and the approach railings reinforcement at abutment A and B. Also the existing craneway and road approach at abutment A. Road approach and more photos. So for the general elevation, we have here the construction history of the said project. So it was previously implemented by DPWH Regional Office, Region 13. So shown in red colors was funded PY 2023, the abutment A, the Tier 1, and also the foundation of Tier 2. And funded year 2024 shown in blue. So the girders and at span 3, the Tier 2 and the slope protection at both abutment. Also funded year 2025, shown in green colors are the remaining girders and diaphragms. And for this year's scope, the GAN FY 2026, it includes the deck slab, the sidewalk, the installation of expansion joint at both ends, approach slab, approach railings, and approach sidewalk at both abutment, and also the completion of the slope protection at both abutment, and transition road at abutment A. So this design is based on the master plan designed by the regional office. So the scope of this project includes the RC bank protection with total length of 40 meters with RC footing 1 by 0.5 meters, and also the installation of steel finger type expansion joint 50 mm gap, and also the approach slab 0.30 meters thick, and approach sidewalk and approach railings. And also on abutment A, transition road, which includes 6 blocks of 0.28 meters thick PCCP 3 by 35 meters by 4.5 meters with 0.15 meters thick RC shouldering 1.5 by 4.5. So on abutment B, RC bank protection total length of 50 meters with RC footing 1 by 0.5 meters, and also steel finger type expansion joint 50 mm gap, approach slab, approach sidewalk and railings, and also the deck slab and post and railings and sidewalk. So shown here is the typical cross section at approach slab and typical section at midspan of bridge. So for the superstructure detail, we have the total width of carriageway 9.54 meters. Total width of the bridge is 9.54 including the sidewalk, and the lane is, or the carriageway is 7.32 meters. Sidewalk is 1.11 on both sides, and for the sidewalk, 2 units and 1.11 meters per side. And span 1, and each span is 25 meters with a total length of 75 meters. So shown here is the framing plan of the superstructure. For the reinforcement, we have a 16 mm diameter main bars, longitudinal main bars. So for the details of post and railings and sidewalk, so we have here the standard post and railings with a height of 1.1 post of the post and 1.1 width of the sidewalk. So this is based on the standard post and railings design. So for the expansion joint, which will be installed in between the approach slab and the deck slab, steel finger type with a total of 14.64 linear meters. So here is the design of the approach slab, which is 8 by 5 meters, and showing you the included the anipay for the completing and also the sidewalk, approach sidewalk. So for the bank protection design of abutment A, we have a 0.3 meter thick RC bank protection with 0.1 meter thick lean concrete, and also the whip holes, which will be arranged in a staggered form, and also the RC footing 0.5 by 1 meter. For the reinforcement, we have 12 mm diameter vertical bars placed at 0.4 meters and 16 mm diameter horizontal bars spaced at 0.4 meters. And for the footing, we have 16 pieces of 16 mm diameter horizontal bars and 12 mm vertical bars spaced at 0.4 meters. Please note that the concrete cover is 50 mm. For the abutment B, we also have a 0.3 meters thick RC bank protection with 0.1 meters thick lean concrete, and also the whip holes in staggered form, and also for the footing is 0.5 by 1 meter. For the reinforcement, we also have 12 mm diameter vertical bars and 16 mm diameter horizontal bars. And for the footing, we have 16 pieces of 16 mm diameter horizontal bars and 12 mm diameter vertical bars with concrete cover of 50 mm. So for the program of work, we have provision of field office for the engineer with rental basis, 9 months. For the other general requirements, we have bridge survey and staking, 1 lump sum, project billboard, signboard, 4 each, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, traffic management, which is based on the DEO 13 series of 2018 layout 11, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For the earthwork, we have clearing and grubbing, 0.115 hectares. Structured excavation, common soil, 873.48 cubic meters. Embankment from barrow, common soil, 309.39 cubic meters. For the sub-base and base course, we have aggregate sub-base course. This is under PCCP, 42.90 cubic meter. And for the surface courses, PCCP unreinforced 0.15 meter thick, which is the shouldering, 40.50 square meter. For the PCCP unreinforced 0.28 meters thick, which is for the road approach A, the transition road, 6 blocks of PCCP, 90.45 square meter. For the PCCP reinforced 0.13 meter thick, which is the approach slabs at both abutment, 80 square meter. For the bridge construction, we have concrete railing, standard, 75 meters. Concrete reinforcing steel, grade 40, this is for the minor structures, 6,128.72 kilograms. For the reinforcement steel, grade 60, this is for the major structures, 51,757.39 kilograms. For the structural concrete, 20.68 MPa, which is for the approach railings, approach sidewalk and footing, 53.50 cubic meters. For the structural concrete, 27.58 MPa, this is for the superstructure, the deck slab and the sidewalk, 197.47 cubic meters. For the lean concrete, this is for the RC bank protection, 60 cubic meters. For the paint, for the concrete structures, 838.31 square meters. Expansion joint, 50 mm blocks, cylinder type is 14.64 linear meter. For the drainage and slope protection structures, we have gravelled riprap. This is for the end protection works, 72.60 cubic meters. Concrete slope protection, 173 cubic meters. Drain pipe galvanized. Drain pipe space at every 5 meters, 65 linear meter. For the miscellaneous structures, we have reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. This is at the edge, bridge plus approach plus the PCCP, 19.70 square meter. The yellow is 29.55 square meter. So for the equipment weight guidelines, so the nearest municipality from Rosario is San Francisco, which is 88.2 ang fuel rate that week. So this project is fully operated. This is based on the Department of Energy fuel prices. So for the quarry sources, the sand will be taken from Patrocinio, Santa Josefa, Agusan del Sur, which is 63 kilometers away from the project site. For the gravel, it will be taken from the Simula River Quarry, San Ignacio, Trento, Agusan del Sur, 65 kilometers away from the project site. Cement is from DPWH Agusan DEO, with hauling distance of 22 kilometers. Aggregate sub-base earth is from Santa Maria, Simula River, Trento, Agusan del Sur, 68 kilometers away from the project site. Boulders is also from Simula River Quarry, San Ignacio, Trento, Agusan del Sur, 65 kilometers away from the project site. And RSB is from Davao City, 203 kilometers away from the project site. For the minimum equipment requirement, we have bulldozer 1, dump truck 2, payloader, backhoe, water truck, vibratory roller 1, transit mixer 2, concrete vibrator 2, concrete spreader, cargo truck, kneading machine, applicator machine, motorized road grader, service crane, 1 logger mixer, grout mixer, joint sealer machine, welding machine, and concrete batch plant, all 1 unit. So that's all for the project, for this project.
Thank you. Do you have any questions for 26 NC 0024? Hearing none, let's proceed with 26 NC 0025. Construction improvement of access roads leading the trades, industries, and economic zones of Sitio, Palo, and Alegria Road, connecting rubber and coconut plantation sites, and National Road Junction in support of the rubber and coconut industries at San Francisco, Agusan del Sur.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The next project is the construction of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones of City, Palo, Alegria Road, connecting rubber and coconut plantation sites and National Road Junction, in support of the rubber and coconut industries. The station of 1 plus 400 to station was 1 plus 500 rotation project at San Francisco. With a target length of 100 meters or 0.2 lane to has an appropriation of 4.9 million pesos with an ABC of 4,802,000 with a total project duration of 92 calendar days. Source of fund at 2026. This is the dividend allocation of this legal plan and the total photo. And this is the profile. For the typical section, we have a total irregular weight of 6.7 with a complete shoulder of 1 meter both sides. So for the typical section, very high cut, so maka-slope na din ng top portion sa cut. These are the four sections. For the program works, for facilities for the engineer, provision of field office for the engineer, rental basis 3 months, provision of furnitures, fixtures, equipment and appliances for the field office for the engineer, 1 lump sum. And this item is laptop computer for administrative use, 1 unit for PDS row. For the other general requirements, construction survey and staking, 0.1 kilometers, project billboard signboard, 4 each, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, traffic management, 1 lump sum, and mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum. For earthworks, clearing and dami, 0.25 hectares, surplus common excavation, 3,068.2 cubic meters, subgrade preparation, 1,342.6 square meters. For subbase and base course, aggregate subbase course, 261.94 cubic meters. For the surface course, for cement concrete pavement and reinforced, 0.15 meters deep, 200 square meters. For cement concrete pavement and reinforced, 0.28 meters deep, 731.94 square meters. For miscellaneous structures, metal girders, metal beam, rolling post, 44 linear meters, metal beam in piece, twisted 4 each, reflectorized plastic pavement markings white, 25.4 square meters, and for the yellow is 4.65 square meters. For the quarry sources, for item 200 will be taken at Mao, Hospital de Rosario with a hauling distance of 26 kilometers. For sand will be at Patrocinio, Santa Jose, Agusan del Sur with a hauling distance of 74 kilometers. And for the gravel will be at San Ignacio Simula River into Agusan del Sur with a hauling distance of 78 kilometers. And the pick-up location for reinforcing steel bars will be at Davao City with a hauling distance of 200 kilometers. For the minimum equipment requirements, we have 2 units of dump truck, 1 unit of payloader, 1 unit of backhoe, 1 unit of grader, 1 unit of vibratory roller, 1 unit of water truck, 2 units of plastic mixer, 1 unit of bulldozer, and 1 unit for Concrete vibrator, concrete speaker, concrete saw, asphalt, station, concrete mixer, concrete compactor, set applicator machine, digging machine, joint sealer, and bar beater. And that's all for this project.
Thank you. Any questions, clarification for contract ID 26-0025? So hearing none, we'll proceed for the next project. 26-0026, construction completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Agusan del Sur.
Good morning. Our next project is 26NC0026, construction completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Loreto-Agusan del Sur. Project description: construction of bleachers, includes fascia, flushing, gutter and downspout, plumbing and electrical works, painting, metal frame ceiling, railings, storage facilities. Appropriation amount of 5 million. ABC amount of 4,950,000, total work duration of 50 calendar days. So for our site location, Magaod multipurpose building is located diri sa then mali siya yung close up photo from Google Earth. So nata existing multipurpose buildings. So along the perimeter ibutang na to ang bleachers. So mali siya ang existing photo dito na sila existing na stage. Mali siya ang different angles of picture. And for our proposed perspective, magbutang tao bleachers. Mali siya ang other pictures for our perspective. So for the original plan, so mali siya ato ang floor plan natin, existing stage and existing court. Then magbutang tao bleachers along the perimeter. So naatay bleachers dito. Then with the front side. For the roof framing, same yapon, butang na tao roofing sa mga bleachers. This is the left side elevation as well as the right side elevation, rear side elevation, and front side elevation. Then this is the foundation plan showing schedules para sa pang footing for C1 F1 and C2 F2. So for its details, for C1 F1 and C2 F2, an isolated footing, yung dimension is 1.5 by 1.2, and then reinforced with 13 and 16 mm diameter knocking bars. So mani siya yung section. Mani siya for the bleachers. And for C1 F1, yung dimension is 1.1 by 1.1 at 0.3 meter thick, and then reinforced with 12 ka 16 mm diameter knocking bars, space ito. So mani siya yung section 3. For the columns code, for our columns, yung dimension is 0.25 by 0.25, and then reinforced with 6 ka 16 mm diameter vertical bars with lateral ties na 10 mm diameter, spaced accordingly. So mani siya ang ato ang roof framing plan para sa tong bleachers as well as katong gutters na to para sa trusses para sa to ang bleachers. So mani atong schedule for our columns as well as schedule for our footings and for our fascia frame details and wood footings. So this is the section view for our bleachers. So para sa iyang framing for the trusses, we are using 50 mm diameter steel pipe for top and bottom frame, and 38 mm diameter steel pipe GI, Schedule 40 for wet numbers. For the purlins, we are using 50 by 75 C purlins spaced at 0.6 with 12 mm diameter sideline. So para sa poste sa tuang pedestal, we are using a 75 mm diameter steel pipe GI post. And then, mali siya ito ang schedules for our concrete bleacher section and schedules para sa tuang masonry and details for our classes as well as for our dirt details. Aside from this, nakaset tayo storage facility para sa mag-out. 3-bay siya na storage facility. So, yung dimension is 12.44 by 3.3. So, naka-unglaze tiles na ang interior sa ito ang stock room. Muna siya yung front elevation, right and left side elevation, and then accompanied with foundation details and roof maintenance. So, for the scope of works, for other general requirements, permits and clearances 1 lump sum, project billboard and signboard 2 each, occupational safety and health 1 lump sum, mobilization and demobilization 1 lump sum. For earthworks, removal of structures and obstruction 1 lump sum, structure excavation for common soil 75 cubic meters, embankment from structure excavation 41 cubic meters, embankment from barrow 195 cubic meters, and for the gravel field 32.50 cubic meters. For reinforced concrete, structural concrete 2000 PSI Class A 63.6 cubic meters. For reinforcing steel deformed grade 40 6,054.68 kilograms, and for grade 60 4,490.95 kilograms. 227.69 square meters for formworks and falls works. For Part E, finishing and other civil works, under plumbing and sanitary works, for storm drainage and downspout, 1 lump sum. For fabricated material, 1 lump sum for finishing hardware. For aluminum glass window sliding type, 7.68 square meters. For frames, 1 set. For wooden panel doors, 2.1 square meters, and 1 lump sum for railing. For finishing works, pre-painted metal panel on metal frame ceiling, 135.75 square meters. Fascia board, 19 mm fiber cement board, 40 meters. Unglazed tiles, 39.06 square meters. And cement plaster finish, 287 square meters. For painting works, for masonry and concrete, 301.58 square meters. For the steel, 83.76 square meters. For masonry works, 100 mm CHB nandle bearing, including reinforcing steel, 277.50 square meters. For roof framing and roofing works, for fabricated metal roofing accessory for flashing gauge 26, 36.6 linear meters. For gutters gauge 24, 7.32 linear meters. And for the pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated type long span, 328.91 square meters. For metal structure accessories, turnbuckle, 26 each. For bolts and rods, 65.72 kilograms. For the saw rods, 35.11 kilograms. For the cross bracing, 62.13 kilograms. And for the steel plates, 351.84 kilograms. 1 lump sum for structural steel. For structural steel trusses, a total of 694.10 kilograms. And for the purlins, 2,023.27 kilograms. For electrical works, 1 lump sum for conduits, box, and fittings. For electric wire stranded size 2 square millimeter, 100 meters. For wires and wiring devices, 1 lump sum. Same goes with panel board with main and branch breakers, and 1 lump sum also for lighting fixtures and lamps. For minimum equipment requirement, dump truck 2 units, backhoe 1 unit, 1 unit also for the blade compactor, bar cutter, bar bender, and 1 barber mixer. And then for the welding machines, 2 units, concrete vibrator 1 unit, 1 unit also for cutting outfit and boom truck, and then jackhammer 2 units. At that will be all for Magaud multipurpose building.
Thank you. Any questions, clarifications for this project? So hearing none, we proceed for contract ID 2016-0027, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Tasagan, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur.
For 26 NC0027, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Dasagan, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur. Project description: construction of features includes painting, railings, comfort rooms with fireworks and plumbing fixtures. Appropriation amount of 3 million, ABC amount of 2,970,000 with a total work duration of 40 calendar days. So for our site, na located on Dasagan, so yung entry point is towards diri sa San Franz and isa is diri sa may Tambis. So nandiri ang Dasagan multipurpose building. So yung close-up photo is di lang kayo siya cleared, di niya siya updated na Google photo but nakatay existing multipurpose building there. And then money siya ang existing photo inside. So naka sila existing stage, and then doon na po sa road ang inahang multipurpose. Nasa structures dito sa right side sa tuwang existing. So same gihapon for the perspective na maputang tao features along the perimeter sa tuwang multipurpose. So for the original plan, nata existing stage diri sa magbutang tao CR sa likod makabuo. And then bleachers diri ang side, and then diri ang side, and then sa opposite sa down stage. So this is the roof plans, and then left and right side elevation, rear side and front elevation. So foundation details, man siya natay corresponding schedules para sa footings as well as sa CR sa likod. Schedules for the footings and columns. Same man siya. And para sa CR po natay corresponding mga poste and footings. So for the summary of quantities, for general requirements, 1 lump sum for permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard to each, occupational safety and health 1 lump sum, as well as the mobilization and demobilization. Earthwork for removal of structures and obstruction 1 lump sum. Structure excavation for common soil 37 cubic meters. Embankment from structure excavation 20 cubic meters. Embankment from barrow 110 cubic meters. For gravel fill 15.50 cubic meters. For enforced concrete works, structural concrete 3,000 PSI class A 31.60 cubic meters. For reinforcing steel deformed grade 40 3,245.96 kilograms. And for grade 60 1,740.52 kilograms. For formworks and false works 120.54 square meters. For finishing and other civil works, for plumbing and sanitary works, 1 lump sum for sewer line works, same goes with storm drainage and downspout. Also for the septic vault, for plumbing fixtures, and for cold water lines. For fabricated materials, Jalso window glass, 0.6 square meters. For the frames, 2 sets. For wooden panel doors, 3.36 square meters, and 1 lump sum for railings. For finishing works, pre-painted metal panel on metal frame ceiling, 67.20 square meters. Fascia board, 19 mm fiber cement board, 45.50 meters. Glaze tiles and trim, 6.6 square meters. Unglazed tiles, 4.2 square meters. And cement plaster finish, 146 square meters. Painting works for masonry and concrete, 146 square meters, and for the steel, 66.72 square meters. Masonry work, 100 mm CHP non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 135.50 square meters, and lower block, 0.48 square meters. For roof framing and roofing works, for fabricated metal roofing accessories, gutter gauge 24, 46.36 linear meters, for pre-painted metal sheets corrugated type long span, 155.09 square meters, for pre-painted metal sheets rib type long span, 133.60 square meters. For turnbuckle, 28 each. For bolts and rods, 23.98 kilograms. For subthreads, 22.18 kilograms. For cross bracing, 74.67 kilograms. And for the steel plates, 138.95 kilograms. One lump sum for structural steel. For structural steel trusses, 1,532.37 kilograms. And for the purlins, 982.04 kilograms. For electrical works, one lump sum for conduits, box, and fittings. For electric wire standard size 2 square millimeter, 50 meters. One lump sum for wires and wiring devices, and one lump sum for lighting fixtures and lamps. For minimum equipment requirement, 2 units for dump truck, 1 unit for backhoe, plate compactor, bar cutter, bar bender, and 1 bag mixer. 2 units for welding machines, 1 unit for concrete vibrator, cutting outfit, and boom truck, and 2 units for jackhammer. That would be all for the Sagan.
Thank you. So any questions, clarification for contract ID 26-0027? Hearing none, we'll proceed for contract ID 26-0028, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay, Rosario, Agusan del Sur.
For 26 NC0028, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay, Rosario, Agusan del Sur. Project description: construction of bleachers, includes painting, railings, comfort rooms with tile works and plumbing fixtures. Appropriation amount of 5 million, ABC amount of 4,950,000, with a total work duration of 50 calendar days. So our site is located very asa Libok, particularly nakatay existing na multipurpose diri na bago lang nahuman for 2025 but wala nang mag-reflect sa Google Earth. And then ako ang butaman sa tuwang bleachers is kini na ang existing na gymnasium. And aside from this, nasa TCR na idugang sa likod sa tuwang katang bago lang nahuman na multipurpose area. So geotag photo mo ni ang existing gym nila sa Libok. Na sila existing stage, and then proposed perspective na to, same lang hapon for our bleachers. So for the original plan, na sila existing stage, and then magbutang tao bleachers along the perimeter. So, man siya ang roof plan, as well as the right side and left side elevation, rear and front elevation, and foundation details. And also for our roof framing plans. Same details na rin siya, tanan. So, para sa katong idugong na ito na CR sa Kuan, sa katong existing nila na barangay hall, mo ni siya, nagbutang taog duha ka cubicle na CR. Nasa tayo foundation plan para dito ang CR, as well as roofing plan, roof plan and roof framing plan, as well as planning layout and mga elevations. So, muna itong right wing sa ilahang barangay hall. Nakatila existing na isa ka CR dito, and then hindi natin ibitang ito ang additional 2 ka CR sa dito. So, for summary of quantities, for other general requirements, permits and clearances human lump sum, project billboard and signboard 2 each, occupational safety and health 1 lump sum, mobilization and demobilization 1 lump sum. For the earthworks, removal of structures and obstruction 1 lump sum, structure excavation for common soil 73 cubic meters, embankment from structure excavation 44 cubic meters, embankment from barrow 184.50 cubic meters, and gravel field 27.50 cubic meters. Reinforced concrete Structural concrete 3,000 PSI Class A, 53.50 cubic meters. Reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, 5,913.63 kilograms. And for grade 60, 2,974.53 kilograms. For formworks and false works, 227.98 square meters. For Part B, finishing and other civil works, 1 lump sum for sewer line works, storm drainage and downspout. Same goes with plumbing fixtures and cold water lines. For fabricated material, 1 lump sum for finishing hardware. For aluminum glass windows owning type, 0.38 square meters. For PVC doors and frames, 2 sets and 1 lump sum for railings. For finishing works, for pre-painted metal panel on metal frame ceiling, 77.2 square meters. For fascia board, 19 mm fiber cement board, 89.10 meters. For glazed tiles and trims, 16.62 square meters. And for the unglazed tiles, 3.90 square meters. For cement plaster finish, 258 square meters. For painting works for masonry and concrete, 282.30 square meters. And for the steel, 70.69 square meters. Masonry works for 100 mm CHB non-load bearing including reinforcing steel, 246 square meters. For the roof framing and roofing works, for flashing gauge 26, 7.32 linear meters. For gutter gauge 24, 82.96 linear meters. And for pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated type long span, 267.07 square meters. For metal structure accessories turnbuckle, 48 each. Bolts and rods, 41.56 kilograms. Stud rods, 36.96 kilograms. Cross bracing, 128 kilograms. And steel plates, 240.84 kilograms. 1 lump sum for structural steel. For structural steel trusses, 410.06 kilograms. And for the purlins, 1,669.11 kilograms. For electrical works, conduits, box and fittings, 1 lump sum. Electric wires size 2 square millimeter, 1,000 meters. For 3.5, 800 meters. For size 5.5, 150 meters. For size 14, 65 meters. And for size 100, 20 meters. 1 lump sum for wires and wiring devices. Same goes with panel board with main and branch breakers. And 1 lump sum for lighting fixtures and lamps. So for minimum equipment requirement, dump truck 2 units, backhoe 1 unit, 1 unit also for plate compactor, bar cutter, bar bender, and 1 bagger mixer, 2 units for welding machines, 1 unit for concrete vibrator, cutting outfit and boom truck, and 2 units for jackhammers. That would be all for the block.
Thank you. Any questions, clarifications for contract ID 26NC0028? Hearing none, we will proceed to the last project, 26NC0029, construction completion of multipurpose building Barangay San Vicente, Loreto, Agusan del Sur.
For 26NC0029, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay San Vicente, Loreto, Agusan del Sur. Project description, construction of bleachers, includes painting, railings, ceiling works for existing stage. Total appropriation amount of 3 million, ABC amount of 2,970,000, and total work duration of 40 calendar days. So para sa iyang site location, na-agree nakasituate ang existing San Vicente multipurpose sa Natay Highway, Padulong Loreto and to Pinakayan. And close up, pasudunan pa daw yung ato ang San Vicente multipurpose building. So for the geotag photo, mali siya ang existing site na sila yung existing stage. Wala kay ceiling, so butangan na ito yung ceiling. Mali siya ang ilang mga... Then naatay butangan na beaches diri sa 3 meters. So same perspective. For the plan, magbutang ka o bleachers diri nga side kilid sa stage and then likod pod and then nasa gamay na portion nila. May siya yung roof plans together with the left and right side elevation and the front and rear side elevation. For the foundation plan, it shows the details or location para sa itong mga footings and schedule for footings is same lang sa previous na ng mga pictures. For the quantity of works, for other general requirements, one lump sum for permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard to each, occupational safety and health one lump sum also for mobilization and demobilization. For the earthwork, removal of structures and obstruction, one lump sum, structure excavation for common soil, 53 cubic meters, embankment from structure excavation, 32 cubic meters, embankment from barrow, 148.5 cubic meters, and for gravel field, 20.5 cubic meters. For reinforced concrete, structural concrete, 3,000 PSI Class A, 35.90 cubic meters. For reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, 3,653.50 kilograms. And for deformed grade 60, 2,300.10 kilograms. For formworks and falseworks, 132.76 square meters. For Part A, finishing and other civil works, for plumbing and sanitary works, one lump sum for storm drainage and downspout, and for fabricated materials, one lump sum for weaving. For finishing works, pre-painted metal panel and metal frame ceiling, 62.25 square meters. For fascia board, 19 mm 5% cement board, 61.50 meters. For the unglazed tiles, 48.48 square meters. And for the cement plaster finish, 140 square meters. For painting works for masonry and concrete, 140 square meters. For steel, 45.61 square meters. For masonry works, 100 mm CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel, 135.50 square meters. For roof framing and roofing works, for gutters gauge 24, 63.44 linear meters. For corrugated type long span, 170.90 square meters. For metal structure accessories for turnbuckle, 36 each. For bolts and rods, 28.77 kilograms. For sag rods, 24.02 kilograms. For cross bracing, 88.40 kilograms. And for the steel plates, 166.73 kilograms. One lump sum for structural steel. And for structural steel classes, 227.21 kilograms. And for the purlins, 1,088.01 kilograms. That would be all for samples and multi-purpose building.
Thank you. So any questions, clarifications for contract ID 26/0039? So hearing none, we'll proceed for the presentation of the bidding documents for contract ID 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29.
Good morning. For the bidding documents, the Department of Public Works and Highways, Agusan del Sur, 2nd District Engineering Office, Barangay Caraos, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, through the GA FY 2026, intends to apply the sum of 216,261,670 pesos only, being the total approved ADC for the contract to payments under the contract of the following projects. For contract ID number 26NC0022, Rehabilitation of Bunawan Veruela Road, Station 4 plus 615 to Station 7 plus 238, Barangay Nueva, Bunawan, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 94,570,000 pesos. Rehabilitation of paved road, with 6.7 width and 230 mm thick PCCP, including slope protection and drainage, with 457 calendar days. Bid documents fees, 50,000 pesos. 457. Baba.
Number 2. 600
Opo, direct. Patoy almost
Sawyer.
For contract ID number 26NC0023, Rehabilitation, Reconstruction of Roads with Slip, Slope Collapse, and Landslide of Butuan City, Talacogon-Loreto-Veruela-Sta Josefa Road, kilometer 1360 plus 077 to 1360 plus 240, with an ABC of 83,416,530 pesos to enforce concrete slope protection with steel sheet pile including PCC, with contract duration of 600 calendar days. Bid documents fee of 50,000 pesos.
600.
For contract ID number 26NC0024, construction improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations of Cabantao Road leading to Maanghit Cave and Panganan Falls at Station 6 plus 851 to Station 6 plus 926, Barangay Cabantao, Rosario, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 17,633,140 pesos. Construction of bridge with calendar days 245, the documents fee 25,000 pesos. For contract ID number 26NC0025, construction improvement of access roads leading to trades, industries, and economic zones of Sitio, Palo, Alegria Road connecting rubber and coconut plantation sites and National Road Junction in support of the rubber and coconut industries at Station 1 plus 400 to Station 1 plus 500, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 4,802,000 pesos. Brief description of works, construction of concrete road. Contract duration 92 calendar days. Bid documents fee 5,000 pesos. For contract ID number 26NC0026, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Loreto, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 4,950,000 pesos. Construction of features includes fascia, flashing, gutter and downspout, plumbing works and electrical works, painting, metal frame, ceiling, railing, storage facility, etc. With contract duration of 50 calendar days. The documents fee 5,000 pesos. For contract ID number 26NC0027, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Agusan, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 2,970,000 pesos. Construction of bleachers includes painting, railings, comfort room with tile works and plumbing fixtures, etc. Contract duration 40 calendar days. The documents fee 5,000. For contract ID number 26NC0028, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay Livestream, Rosario, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 4,950,000 pesos. Includes construction of bleachers, painting, railings, comfort rooms with tile works and plumbing fixtures. Contract duration 50 calendar days. Bid documents fee 5,000. For contract ID number 26NC0029, construction completion of multipurpose building, Barangay San Vicente, Loreto, Agusan del Sur, with an ABC of 2,970,000 pesos. Construction of features includes painting, railings, ceiling works for existing stages, etc. Contract duration 40 calendar days. Bid documents fee 5,000. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO now invites bids for the aforementioned projects. Bidders should have completed a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding will be conducted through competitive bidding procedures using a non-discretionary pass or fail criteria as specified in the IRR, otherwise known as the New Government Procurement Act. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizens, sole proprietorships, cooperatives and partnerships, or organizations with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines. Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mondays through Fridays. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders from the address below or may be downloaded free of charge from the website of the PhilJeps and the website of the procuring entity starting on May 27, 2026, and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by GPPB in the amount above stated. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees in person, by facsimile, or through electronic means. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the PhilJeps and the website of the procuring entity, provided that bidders shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. The DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO will hold a private conference today, June 3, 2026, 10 a.m. at the back conference room, DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, Barangay Carao, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur, and or through video conferencing via Zoom and Livestream on YouTube channel, which shall be open for prospective bidders. Bids must be duly received by the back secretariat through manual submission at address indicated below or online or electronic submission at the given website on or before June 16, 2026 or at or before 1 p.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 16. Bid opening shall be on June 16, 2026, 1 p.m. at the back conference room, DPWH Agusan del Sur 2nd DEO, Barangay Carao, San Francisco, Agusan del Sur. Bids will be opened in the presence of the bidders' representatives who choose to attend the activity. Per GPPB Resolution Number 15/2021, prospective bidders are required to upload and maintain current of the following eligibility documents in the PhilJeps. First, the registration certificate issued by SEC or DTI, mayor's or business permit or its equivalent documents, tax clearance certificates, audited financial statements, and pickup license or registration. Any expired documents among the aforementioned eligibility documents shall render the PhilJeps Platinum Registration Certificate as automatically suspended, and its validity shall resume only once the said expired document is already updated in the PhilJeps. For recently expired mayor's permit, this permit, together with the official receipt as proof of the prospective bidder has applied for renewal within the period prescribed by the LGU, shall be accepted by the PhilJeps for the purpose of updating the PhilJeps Certificate of Platinum Registration and Membership. Contractors or applicants who wish to participate in this bidding are encouraged to enroll in the DPWH Civil Works application at the DPWH Procurement Service at 5th floor, DPWH Building, Bonifacio Drive, Port Area, Manila, while those already enrolled shall keep their records current and updated. The contractor's eligibility to bid on the project will be determined using the DPWH Contractor Profile Eligibility process and subject to further post-qualifications. Information on registration can be obtained from the PRS during working weekdays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. or at the DPWH website. The required pickup license for the contract is as follows. For 26 NC 0022, size range of medium A, license category B, largest single project 47,285,000 pesos. Allowable range of contract cost up to 150 million pesos. For 26 NC 0023, size range medium A, license category B, largest single project of 41,708,265 pesos. Allowable range of contract cost up to 150 million. For contract ID number 26 NC 0024, size range of small b, license category C and D, largest single project 8,816,570 pesos. Allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. For contract ID 26 NC 0025, size range of small b, license category C and D, largest single project 2,401,000 pesos only. Allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. For 26 NC 0026 and 28, size range of small b, license category C and D, largest single project 2,475,000 pesos. Allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. for 26 NC 27 and 29. Size range of small b, license category C and D. Largest single project, 1,485,000 pesos. Allowable range of contract cost up to 30 million. List additional contract documents relevant to the project that may be required by existing laws and for the procuring entities such as construction schedule and its curve, manpower schedule, construction methods, equipment utilization schedule, construction safety and health program approved by the DOLE, and BERT CPM or other acceptable tools or project schedule. Lastly, that performance security shall be informed the amount of not less than 30% of ABC if performance is security surety bond. So this is the checklist for the technical and financial documents. The updated bid form as per RA 12009, bid securing declaration, omnibus sworn statement, the performance securing declaration, and sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership. So for further information, you may refer to Engineer Edwin Tinacorda, back chairperson. That would be all, Mr. Chair, for the bidding documents.
Thank you. Any questions, clarification on the bidding documents for contract ID 26 INC 0322 up to 26 INC 0029. No hearing none. To the Bids and Awards Committee, Technical Working Group, Back Secretariat, and contractors, thank you for coming, and I will declare this